Alright guys, like I said, I've still got the same equipment and setup and everything. So I figure that maybe, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but I'm talking, it's making the guitar reverberate, so I have to keep dampening the strings. But I figured the last video, you may have seen some things that you would like to try to learn. So that's the best way, in my opinion, to find us a good lesson, is to try something we've already learned or heard. In this case, it would be Four Horses of the Apocalypse. By the way, while I'm thinking about it, this is a Page capo. It's got like a kind of like a rubber silicone filling sleeve for the top. Let me just go ahead and take it off and show it to you. And it doesn't have the word Page on it, but it is fairly wide. Got a nice little thin plastic little grip right here. The grip is bigger than the ones that say Page on it. I tried Page on my other guitar, my Fender, and it was one that had the wording on it. Somebody had told me that was a classical guitar capo, and that's why it didn't really work real good. But this one is amazing. In fact, it works better than Kaiser capos on this guitar, because Kaiser capos just don't have the tension it needs to keep this guitar from buzzing. So that's why I use this. Like I said, the grip on this is a little bit bigger than the ones on the ones that actually say Page right here. And I don't know how most people do it. They may do it from the bottom, but I do it from this side. You just put that little latch on there, and a little trick you can use. That's over the nut. You want to tighten that up over the nut just ever so slightly until you feel a little bit of tension. Not enough to, raise it or anything, but a little bit of tension. Because if you don't, I've learned, as you're playing, sometimes it wants to slide off like that. And so you want to keep it there. So just enough to where you feel it snug a little bit. But anyway, here's a little trick. Dangles here or whatever. Tighten it up a little bit first, and then you can move it around and shift it where you want it to shift. Some people, I guess, would want it right in the middle, centered, but I like to take and push it all the way up, because when I'm playing, that gets it out of the way of my finger down here. If I've got it right in the middle, it tends to hit back here. This finger does, like if I'm playing a C, and it gets in my way a lot. So I tend to just take it and shove it all the way up and then tighten it down. I tighten it down until I hear the buzz go away, the muffling go away, and then I tighten it just a little bit more. And no buzz. So, and another thing about these Elixir strings, I've noticed that most of them, like the Martin strings I've been using, they'll buzz when I'm playing a G here on that note. But these Elixirs don't. They seem like they're a little bit tighter. Even though they're the same tension, they seem like the string's a little bit tighter than other strings. So they stay in tune real well, and they slide amazingly. And I'm not used to coated strings lately, because I've had so many non-coated strings, because I've been changing strings every week on this thing just to try to test them out. But I'm going to try to see how long these last. These are about a week old. I've already played one show with them, and they still sound amazing. Still sound brand new, actually. But enough talking. Back to Four Horses. Key is in B minor. So my other group plays it in A minor. We just recently switched to make it easier for the mandolin player and to make it even deeper in tone. So it starts at, and it kind of sounds like Jolene, 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 except you don't go back to that A minor right away. You stay in that G for a little while. So it's actually, the song is Four horses of the apocalypse, they are about to ride. When they are loose, there'll be no place to hide. Of course, I sing it a little bit louder or higher. Four horses of the apocalypse, they are about to ride. When they are chorus is one is white, and that's if you didn't have the capo on. The shape is F, G, back to A minor. I play the F with my finger, my middle finger lifted. It gives it a suspension. Actually, I do it with the, instead of barring this, I just leave that E string open, and I'm putting my finger on the, like if you played an F like this, you would lift it as if you were playing a C, like that, and you would keep your F shape with the rest of these fingers here, and lift your middle finger. I just like the sound. It's a major seventh for the F, but I just like that sound. I guess it would be a, let's see, probably a major ninth chord, F major ninth. So it's stay in G, horse of death, stay in E minor, horse of death. But I just recently found this one. I like that run, so I'll go E minor to G, back to A. And the pale horse of death. So the starting run, I'm not going to explain this a whole lot, but I am just going to try to show it to you, and you can pay attention to my hands here. This one's not really shown because of this microphone, which I'm sorry for. Maybe I can raise up here and do something about that. It starts out like this. It goes the open string, and man, I just noticed this. I forgot this don't have any dot markers, so I guess I'll have to explain a little bit. So it's open E, 3rd fret, 4th fret, open A. That's the 2nd fret, then you go to the 3rd fret. What I do is I hit the open D and G string, back up. So you're to C, and now it goes. So you're hammering on where your middle finger already is in that C. So to that point, it's 2nd and 3rd frets here, and it's just hammering off where our G notes are up here. Open D, hammer on the D to the 2nd fret and let off of it. So it's that D string, 2nd fret, A string, 3rd and 2nd fret, open. And that's basically the whole intro. String, 2nd fret, and then the D string, 1st fret, and this is the Tony Rice famous pull off. 3rd fret, A string, open.